New verse. First thing we will notice is repetition. In every head, it says here, doubling words give a sense of in each and every. So, munde, munde, kunde, kunde, deshe, deshe, muke, muke. By the way, this is what verse 9. So you can see that in the teaching, by the time we got to verse 9, there was no iast given. It was all Devanagari. So this means equally so. We should be now confident enough to rely on Devanagari. Not entirely confident, I understand, but at least a little bit confident. Okay, so mundaha, mundaha. You can see this head. Mundaha means a bald person, a bald head. What does a bald head in Indian tradition represent?
Sainthood. Sainthood.
Yeah, sainthood, okay. So a Swami or a wise person. So wise person, more like in munde, munde. In other words, in every shaved head, in each and every shaved head, what happens? Mattihi, that's obviously r. That r is obviously sandhi. Remember the mattihi plus b equals matir.
Matir.
Yeah, okay, that's where that sandhi comes in. So it's actually mattihi bhinna. So we have here mattihi, mattihi, we have idea, and then bhinna, different. So in each and every head, there is a different thought, different perspective, different view, different idea. And then kunde, kunde. Remember this n and d is a retroflex, so the tongue goes forward up. Kunde, kunde. Kunde means a vessel in the ground, a hole in the ground. It doesn't actually mean pond, as it says here. It says here, kunde is pond. Kundaha, pond. Now, how do you know it's a pond? Because navam, new, jalam, water. So in each and every hole in the ground, there is a pond. There's water. So in other words, in every pond, there is new water. So every pond shares a different, unique type of quality of water. In every head shares a different quality of thought. Deshaha, deshaha, which is country or territory or region. Obviously, deshaha, this is a locative. In each and every country, nava, obviously new. Navam is an accusative. Nava acharaha. Sounds similar to acharyaha. This is acharaha, which means a manner of conduct, a culture, a manner, or I say manner, or a custom. So in each and every country, there is a new custom. Every country shares a new custom according to its, well, customs and its knowledge throughout history. Mukke, mukke. Mukkam is a mouth. So in each and every mouth, because that's a locative, new, vani, there is a new expression, a new saying, new quote, new word, new speech. That means through each and every new mouth comes a new quote, a new word. Okay, we chant. Munde, munde, matir bhinna. Kunde, kunde, navam jalam. Deshe, deshe, navachara. Mukhe mukhe navavani. Notice we skipped the aha here for the sake of meter. We said navachara. We didn't say navachara. Okay. Now we do. I'll do the whole line and then follow. Munde munde matir bhinna. Kunde kunde navam jalam. Deshe deshe navachara. Mukhe mukhe navavani. Okay. Again, together, the whole thing. Munde munde matir bhinna. Kunde kunde navam jalam. Deshe deshe navachara. Mukhe mukhe navavani. Okay, so who would like to translate this or give some philosophical meaning in this aphorism? Direct translation is in each and every head, there is a different idea. In each and every pond, there is a different water. In each and every country, there's a different culture. In each and every mouth, there is a different expression.
Describing the world we live in, describing that each jiva is different and yet it's one, and each nature's creation is different but yet it's one. It's
Okay.
I think, like you have written, yet the truth is one expressed in difference. I think even the Socrates dialectic one, that truth is just one, irrespective of how it is described.
Okay.
The verse seems to be breaking down the shades and colors of experience.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
yeah, the uniqueness of
it's like the anatomy of an experience.
Yeah. Which obviously implies that it has to be something that supports all of this experience, supports all of these variances. Kind of like with a painting, we can put so many ideas and drawings and colors on it, and then we say, wow, nice painting. Let's talk about the painting itself. But who mentions the substratum? Who talks about the canvas? So in that same way, there is an invisible implication here that despite all of these changes and variances, there is indeed the one reality onto which these variances or experiences, according to Jayanto, are having their glory, are shining upon.
The Supreme Lord is just one. Maybe although we call it different names, and he may have different pastimes, but the Supreme Lord is only one.
Yeah, super. So Mira, this is the thinking that I was having when I first read this. Yeah.
It talks about the variegatedness of the creation.
The what?
The variegatedness, the varieties of the creation.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, excellent. Dave?
Yeah, I think what it means is everything is the same, but it's different inside.
Yeah, okay.
It looks the same from outside, but it's inside different.
Yeah, okay. So the names and forms are obviously changing, and yet there is a sameness in and through all of the names and forms, all the differences. Pronouns. Okay, so tvam, you. Okay, first of all, what's the common paradigm? T in the first column, you in the second column. So this is all t, tv, you, and yush. Tv, you, yush. This much we can remember for the second person pronouns. So we've done last week, remember, aham, I. That's first person pronoun. Now second person pronoun. Remember, second person can apply to any gender, both masculine and feminine. So there's no you masculine, you neuter, and you feminine. That would be inappropriate. Okay, so how do we say you speak to you? Like you speak to you. It's kind of improper grammar, more like you speak to her or him, but we haven't learned that yet. So you speak to you. Obviously, the second you would have to be accusative.
Tvam, tvam, vadami.
You speak to.
Vadati.
Vadasi, good.
No, vadat.
Okay, good. So let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. You speak.
Tvam vadasi.
Good. How about just remove tvam? You speak without any of these pronouns.
Vadasi.
Vadasi. So now all we're just adding is this tvam vadasi. We're not changing the vadasi at all. How about you speak to you too?
Tvam vadatha yubham.
Okay.
Tvam yubham vadatha.
Yeah, and vadataha, because you too. So tvam vadata would be more like you speak to you all. How about you speak with you? Remember, tvam vadasi remains the same throughout the board. Tvam, you speak with you.
Tvam.
Vadasi. Okay, so all we're doing is tvam vadasi remains the same, or bhasha se. You can change any one of them. And you just put a new word in between here. From you, I go to the house. Just I go to the house. Aham graham gachami. So we're just adding a twat there. Aham graham twat gachami. Number 4, page 129. Adjectives. So what is an adjective? It describes the noun. What kind of man? A beautiful man, a peaceful man. Beautiful, peaceful equals adjective. Therefore, adjective describes the noun it is qualifying. We can notice 3 points here. Number 1, they decline like a noun. So whatever the ending the noun ends with, that is exactly the ending that an adjective ends with. Naram, sundaram. Naraha, sundaraha. Naraha, sundaraha. Point 2, the adjective is placed before the noun. So it's more like sundaraha, naraha, just like in English. Beautiful man, sundaraha, naraha. So you can just replace that adjective with whichever word you want. It is still going to take the same ending as the noun. Point 3, it agrees with the noun in number, case, and gender. So if there's one man, it's going to be a single adjective. There's 2 men, it's going to be a dual adjective. So exactly the same. 2 powerful men, virao, narao.
Hero, viraha is for hero also.
Yes, hero is, if you use it as a noun, then it's a hero. If you use it as an adjective, then it is strong or powerful. So then it qualifies the noun. So strong boy, viraha, palaha.
So how do you say strong fruit? Will we say viram palam?
Correct, viram palam. Here's an example, sundaraha gajaha gachati. So what kind of an elephant goes? A beautiful elephant goes. Yeah, so here we notice that 3 points. It is before the noun. It is also the same, sundaraha gajaha. Suppose you say the elephant of the king goes. The elephant goes. Gajaha gachati. The elephant of the king. Remember to put the genitive before the elephant. So you have Nrpasya gajaha gachati. Now, what if you say the beautiful elephant of the king goes? So far we have Nrpasya gajaha and then gachati. So what it's saying now is this beautiful elephant. So now let's qualify this elephant. Now, where would you put usually the adjective as we just described?
Just before gajaha.
Yeah, okay, so that's the logic. So right here we will put Sundaraha gajaha. But here it's saying that the adjective goes before the genitive. Therefore, this Sundaraha is placed before. So what is Sundaraha Nrpasya gajaha gachati? The beautiful elephant of the king goes. There's a final example. Sundaraha qualifies the gaja. However, it is before the genitive. Okay, here's an example to make it more clear. Peaceful boy of the man speaks. Or strong man of the house obtains food. So what do we have here? We have the adjective qualifies the noun. And this adjective stays as it is. And you just simply move the boy, the noun, after the genitive. Therefore, Shantaha of the man, Nrpasya balaha bhashate. Strong man of the house obtains food.
Viraha grahasya naraha bhojanam labate.
Now, what about if you have the elephant of the beautiful king? Now, see how in brackets, the entire genitive is being decorated. So we're not decorating the noun, we're decorating the what? The genitive of the beautiful king, of the peaceful man. In this case, Sundarasya will take on sya of the genitive. However, adjective still comes first. So step one, adjective goes before the genitive. Rule, obtains food. Okay, what are you asking now?
I'm just applying this second example to the first one. So it will be.
Okay, good. So pause. Of the strong house. See how I put it in brackets?
Yeah.
Therefore, strong will qualify
the house.
The house. So if the house is grahasya, then the strong will have to be virasya. Okay. So in other words, if you put a bracket around the genitive, then make sure that the adjective qualifies the genitive. Of a strong man, virasya narasya. Virasya narasya. Virasya narasya. Okay, what does just virasya narasya mean?
Strong man? Of the strong man.
Okay, what is of a beautiful Rama? Let's do. Sundarasya Ramasya. See the correlation? Sya, of a beautiful Rama. Let's go of a beautiful boy. Sundara Sya Bala Sya. Okay, so what do all these have in common? Are you seeing the pattern of beautiful Rama, of beautiful boy, of strong Rama? In other words, they're always going to be together. Adjective is going to come first. And adjective will end exactly the same as the genitive. Whereas in the first example, the adjective is going to end like the nominative. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I was asking what an adjective qualifies a plural neuter. Say like beautiful fruits. Fruits, there is phalani.
Beautiful fruits. Okay. Adjective comes first. Noun comes second. Noun, adjective have to be the same. Therefore, phalani, ani, sundarani. Sundarani. Ani, ani.
Can adjective qualify other cases too, like from the beautiful village?
Okay. From the beautiful.
From the beautiful village.
From the beautiful village. Again, you put both in brackets, just like in genitive. Therefore, village is gramat. Gramat. Beautiful. Sundarat.
Okay, thank you.
At.
How will you say you are beautiful?
Okay.
Or I am beautiful.
You are beautiful. So you are bhavasi. Tvam bhavasi. You are just that. You are. And then beautiful, we put the word sundara. Why are? Because it is feminine. If I'm pointing to a female, if I'm pointing to a man, sundaraha. So if I'm pointing, I'm going you, male, then what is, we have to apply naraha paradigm. Sundaraha. If I'm pointing you, female, then sundara, which we haven't done yet, the feminine paradigm. Therefore, tvam sundara bhavasi, Sangha. Okay.
Yeah.
Us. Number 5. One of the most common roots in Sanskrit is as, which means to be. We also have another root, bhu, which also means to be. Bhu bhavati. As, though, is more common. It is also used to mean there is. In other words, something exists. Not there is as in tatra, as in location, but there is. The existence of that is. So, to summarize this, as and bhav and bhavati are exactly the same, except one small difference. As is more common, and bhavati is more used in the sense of becoming, like Rama becomes the hero. Therefore, Ramaha viraha bhavati. But if you want to say Rama is the hero, you would say Ramaha viraha asti. So this means bhavati can mean both become and is, whereas as only means is. For example, there is the horse, or a horse exists. Ashwaha bhavati. Ashwaha asti. Exactly the same. Rama is the king. Ramaha nripaha bhavati. Ramaha nripaha asti.
So, Andre, going back to the first one, there is the horse. So, tatra never comes there, is it? Tatra doesn't have to be there.
As I said, there is not used in a sense of tatra, as in over there. We're not talking about it. As in,
just there is.
Yeah, it's like it exists. Okay, how do you say there is a man in the house? Rani? There is a man. Just there is a man.
Naraha asti.
In the house?
Gramam asti. Gramat asti.
No, just grahe.
Naraha
Grahe.
Grahe asti.
Good. Okay, next. The paradigm for asti is quite simple. The reason is they all end with the gachati paradigm. Gachami, gachasi, gachati. Gachavaha, gachataha, gachataha. Gachamaha, gachata, gachanti. The only difference is the singular starts with a and dual and plural start with s. Okay, so let's repeat. Asmi, I am. I'll do a duplicate of bhavati. Asmi, bhavami. Asi, bhavasi. Asti, bhavati. Swaha, bhavavaha. Staha, bhavataha. Staha, bhavataha. Smaha, bhavamaha. Stha, bhavata. Santi, bhavanti. Okay, so from now on, we can start using the asti paradigm instead of the bhavati paradigm because it is a lot more common in the texts. Okay, number 7. This verb asti is often understood, but it is not written. This is a crucial point because you're not going to see the word asti in the books, hardly in real life. So this means instead of saying Rama is the king, Ramaha nirpaha asti, what do you say? You just say nirpo Ramaha. Now you're going to say, well, why does it reverse? Why do you put first Ramaha? Why you put Ramaha after nirpaha? You see this? Ramaha nirpaha, and here we have nirpaha Ramaha. So this means if the asti is missing, then the order is changed. So I'll say that again. When you take the asti out, then the nominative will go closer to the end of the sentence.
Is it because it becomes that delicious cake? So is it because it becomes an adjective? Or am I not?
No. Always saying is, we're not into the adjective now. Always saying is if you take the word asti out, which is usually the case, you're going to find asti in a lot of places. Then you're going to have this order reversal.
Okay, yeah. So it's still exactly that cake is.
It's exactly the same.
It doesn't become that delicious cake.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. However, it says here sometimes. So this is not always the case, luckily. So it's still going to be Ramaha nirpaha. So if you see in real life, Ramaha nirpaha, it means Rama is the king.
But Andrea, previously we saw if we say Ramaha nripaha, then it means Ram, the king, is doing something.
Yeah.
Does that mean the same?
That is a different context. Rama, the king. I guess the context will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, number 8. Often this verb begins the sentence. In other words, asti, if asti is on the beginning, that equals there is. Asti nirpaha, there is a king. Okay, vocabulary. Okay, I'll repeat. Ativa, ativa, very. Very strong boy. How do you say? Remember, indeclinable means it doesn't change, so it doesn't take on the declensions. Very strong boy.
Ativa, biraha, balaha.
Excellent, okay. So this means whenever you see the indeclinable, it means it's always going to be the word ativa, no matter what. Api, common word. means also or even though. Api. Repeat api out loud. Api. Okay. And then asti, we just learned. He, she, or it is. Asmad, don't worry, you're not going to see it, but I want you to still get familiar with it. Asmad is a, if you do see Asmad, it just means we. I know Wayam is we, but also the stem is of we is Asmad. Asmad, we. Wayam, we. Aho, hey. Aho, Rama. Kutra gachasi. Hey, Rama, where are you going? So aho means you're calling out. Evam. Another indeclinable. It means therefore, thus. Kupita, angry. Kupita, angry, dissatisfied. Angry king speaks to the boy. Angry king speaks to the boy.
Kupitaha nrupaha balam vadati.
Okay, thank you. Twad. Okay, now I want to get to Mira's example. Twad is a pronoun for you. We know it is twam, but also twad is a stem. Now, suppose, remember that twat is from you. Twat. That means from you. But what if you have what if you join twat with something else, like twat balaha? Then you will have twad balaha. Exactly the same as here. So how will you now know whether it is a singular pronoun, which means you, or whether it says twat from you? Again, the context will tell of the sentence. The good news is you will hardly see these stems. That's why I put question marks. Okay, another adjective. Dharmika. Dharmika. Repeat. Dharmika, virtuous, intelligent, wise, smart. Dharmikaha Ramaha. Intelligent Rama.
Dharma means religion. Is it religious as well, or will it come?
Yeah, religious in terms of disciplined or committed. So all of these are qualities of a virtuous person. Also the one who follows dharma. This is dharmika. Nama, indeclinable, is by the name. Now it's Rama by the name of the king by the name of Rama. You saw this in chapter 9. Nama by name. This is different from Bhavataha Nama Kim. That was a nominative singular, which we will learn later. Punar. Punar, repeat, again. Punar or punaha. These are common words, very common. Punaha. Again, that means repetitive. Bhita, afraid. Bhita. Bhita, another adjective. Again, you got mad and yushmad. You're not going to see. However, I want you to repeat if you do see it. Mad, I, yushmad, you. And sundara, beautiful. Okay, so homework is number 1. Page 133, number 1.